us now is Democratic Congressman Krishnamoorthi of Illinois, a member of the Intelligence and Oversight Committees. Hi, Congressman. Nice to have you on the show. So at this key hearing today, a lawyer for the former president compared these highly classified documents to overdue library books. What is your reaction to that?
I've never seen an overdue library book marked top secret. And certainly I've never seen a library book that was subject to a subpoena where the person receiving it refused to comply. And that's exactly what you have here. You have 320 classified documents required, basically recovered by the FBI in the possession of President Trump at Mar-A-Lago that he refused to turn over for months. And that is nothing akin to an overdue library book situation.
This federal judge said that she is now considering releasing a more detailed inventory of what was taken from Mar-A-Lago during that FBI search. What would you be looking for from that document?
Well, I think that it would be interesting to know in more detail, what was in those boxes of documents. Obviously, we have to make sure that national security is preserved, and I suspect that a lot of it will still be redacted. But some of it won't be. And I think what you'll probably see is a lot of commingling of classified documents with all kinds of personal papers and so forth, which apparently was happening even in the president's desk.
Yeah, I mean, that's what the FBI says, and that there were at least 3 classified documents in one of the desks in the president's office. It's interesting to note, though, Congressman, that Trump's lawyers are not repeating his claim that he declassified these documents. But does that make a difference here in terms of the national security risks of such highly sensitive material?
No, it doesn't. And they could not possibly make that claim for at least 2 reasons. One, at the time that the lawyers met with lawyers from the DOJ met with the lawyers for Trump, executive privilege was not asserted. Nor did they claim that there was some broad declassification order that was made with regard to those documents. And if you look at those documents, they're all marked as classified. And clearly, they didn't say this has recently been declassified or showing any indicia of that. And finally, with regard to the statutes, they make no mention of classification. If you are wrongfully withholding, concealing, or removing documents, especially related to defense information, which is the case under the Espionage Act, that is a complete crime in and of itself.
Are you encouraged to hear this judge say that she may allow the intelligence community's damage assessment to continue even if the prosecutor's work is paused?
That's right. I think that I would be concerned about that. I think that you need to have them simultaneously occurring, and I hope that they find a way to accommodate that.
Taking a step back here, though, I mean, look, this is remarkable how much the Justice Department has revealed about this investigation through their filings, through the hearing today. From what we've seen so far, do you see evidence of potential crimes?
Well, I think that the development of the fact pattern with regard to the obstruction of justice is very interesting. As you can see from the Justice Department's response with regard to the special master issue, apparently when they went to Mar-A-Lago in person, they were handed a red weld of papers of something like 38 classified documents. And at that time, they were not allowed to go to the storage room. They were not allowed to look through the boxes of documents for other classified materials. And so that just leads them to have more suspicions, especially when they go back and they find 100 classified documents intermingle among all these boxes. The lawyers for Trump specifically said that they conducted a diligent search and there were no remaining classified documents at the time of their meeting with the Justice Department lawyers. So it looks really fishy.
Yeah, a lot of questions about that. Why the lawyer would certify that, or the point of contact for the archives, the records, would certify that all the classified documents have been turned over, and then the FBI would go months later and find more than 100 classified documents. We really haven't heard much of an explanation about that from the Trump side. Congressman Raja Krishnamoorthi, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.